And we are back once again to Slime Isekai Memories. Today we are doing something kind of different, kind of not. So Valentine's Day has just passed, and on Valentine's Day this event came out. Always My Valentine. Which I thought it looked kind of strange that it had like old art instead of bringing out like new units. Then I come to realize this is kind of a, I think, revamp, or I'm trying to remember what they call it, but it's basically an event coming back that has already been around, which I will show in just a second. Alright, I'm here in the story digest. And here it is. Yeah, it's basically back from the first year of the game, Always My Valentine. Where here it is complete, but I did this event the first day and it seems like it's only limited attempts. So I'll probably be doing like the first two here and then probably switch over to the story digest version. But yeah, interesting that they're doing revamps or the old events. I don't think I ever covered this on my channel, so this will be a first time for me and seeing how this event is. A tradition of abundance. This is delicious. First, it was the cream puffs I had at Yuki's, and now these cookies. Ingressia really is a step ahead when it comes to sweets. Heh, what do you think? These cookies are great, huh? What are you bragging about? Teacher asked us to recommend a good sweet shop, and we told him about this place. Why shouldn't we take credit? But it's not like we bake the cookies ourselves. Do you guys even know how to make cookies? What? You think we can't even make some cookies? We even taught Miss Shizu how to bake once. You taught Shizu to bake? How did you end up doing that? Well, it was a few years ago around Valentine's Day. Like, how old are these kids? I forget exactly, but a few years ago, I feel like some of these kids would be, like, I don't know, super young to even know how to bake cookies at that age. Like, no offense to Chloe, I guess Ken, and that other boy. Ah, man, I can't remember the other one. And Alice, or whatever her name is, like the four of them look like they're around 10 years old or something. 10, 11, somewhere between there. Maybe 9. So they would be like 6 or 8. And so I don't even know how they would know how to make cookies. Like Gale, I think is the only one that would be old enough to kind of sort of know if his parents taught him. Like one of those things where parents are like, oh, let's make cookies together, and then he learns like that. But I don't know. All these other kids seem like they would have been too young to actually learn. I love chocolate! Ken, what are you talking about? Well, if I don't start making a peel now, I won't get anything on Valentine's Day. Will I? Come to think of it, it is about that time of the year, huh? Do they even use calendars in the slime world? Because I would imagine Yuki would have made calendars, because that's how, like, people from our world like try and tell the days. But I think everyone in the slime world just mostly goes like linear and doesn't really think about the days. They just are like, every 2-3 days, okay, that's when I'll have to do something. or that's when I need to get this thing done, instead of thinking like in calendar weeks. Who'd want to give chocolates to someone who sounds so desperate? Huh? If you know I'm desperate, all the more reason to throw something my way, even if it is out of pity. Actually, does chocolate even exist in this world? Would Shizu even know about Valentine's Day? Like, I'm pretty sure she's from World War II. And did they have Valentine's Day like that early? And plus, she's from Japan. Like, I'm pretty sure Valentine's Day is more of a Western, maybe European thing. So it's very hard to say if she would know. You know, I don't think I've had any since I came here. Miss Shizu, have you ever seen a store that sells chocolate around? I'm trying to think. Depending on what time these kids came to the world, would they have gotten Valentine's Day from their parents? Or are they talking about like the limited time of school that they had in the normal world? Because I don't think kids like super young give out Valentine's Day. Like maybe they give it out to their entire class, like bring enough for everyone. You guys, I don't know how to say this. Is something wrong, Miss Shizu? I've never heard of Valentine's Day or chocolate. Damn, they didn't even know what chocolate, or at least she doesn't know what chocolate is. I guess she was kind of poor? If I remember the flashback right, her and her mother weren't exactly the wealthiest of people in Japan. Huh? Well, chocolate is this brown candy. Oh wait, there's white chocolate too, huh? Valentine's is like an event, or I guess it's a holiday. Anyway, it's a day where girls give boys chocolate. Usually it's either or, boys or girls give each other chocolate. But then I know they have that specific holiday where I'm pretty sure boys are supposed to give chocolate to girls. I think it's like White Day, because it was in like one of the other events. Hey, that's not fair. Boys can give chocolate to girls too. Or you can give chocolate to your friends. Do you really not know? Sorry, I've never heard of a holiday where people exchange sweets. It sounds so extravagant. We were so shocked to think that there were grown-ups who don't know about Valentine's Day. It's different depending on your background and where you're from, you know. But for someone who grew up during the war, Shizu must have been pretty shocked too. A holiday where you just give away a precious commodity like sweets would be impossible in Japan back then. I guess because Rimuru doesn't know this, but it's like she was literally pulled as like either the bombs were dropping in Japan. So Shizu wasn't even there for the famine and actual destruction of Japan. Like she was there in the brief moment before she was pulled and partly burned, I'm pretty sure. After that, we decided to make sweets together so Miss Shizu could join in on the Valentine's festivities. Why don't we just buy some cookies and get this over with? Is Valentine's Day just about passing out sweets you bought at the store? How is that any different from snack time on any other day? Yeah, I mean, it's like you can just buy a person some sweets from the store. That'll do fine, but it won't be as special than getting a loved one like something handmade. I have a really strong sweet tooth, and so just giving me candy from anywhere will just make me happy. I especially love like Nerds or Skittles. Some of my favorite candies, but I mean, you can get me mostly anything. She's right. We should make them ourselves. Kenya will probably complain otherwise. Ah, do we really have to? Well, in that case, we'll have to get some butter and flour. You two know so much about making sweets. I guess that means for today, I'll be the student, and you'll be my teachers. We're the teachers. Heh. In that case, I guess we'll have to do our best. First, we're going to need some butter. Huh? What do you mean there's no butter?
Yeah.
Our supply comes from a farm on the other side of the mountains, and the monsters living on the mountain have been causing trouble in the village lately. Man, who is this generic, like, NPC? All trade from the region has stopped. Our butter comes from the milk produced by the bull deers. Not to mention wheat and sugarcane. Bull deers? I do not remember that in the main series if that is an actual creature in the slime world. Bull deers. You mean you don't have anything we need to make cookies? Even we haven't been able to sell any sweets at all. So we're closing up shop early for today. Even we haven't been able to sell any sweets at all. This problem seems like it would solve itself. Like, it just seems like these guys should be selling their sweets to these girls. Like, I know they want to make it themselves, but these guys are literally begging for someone to buy their sweets. And these girls are needing the sweets. And this could be a tomorrow problem, not a today problem. But I'm guessing because it's Valentine's. Girls, why don't we just go down to the farm and take care of the monsters for them? We can't just ignore it, after all. You're right. Let's go. Oh well, I guess we have no choice. It will be the perfect opportunity to see how your fighting skills have grown too. We just ended up being the students after all. Shoo! Stay away from my bull deers. Get out of here. I like how he thinks that's actually gonna work in getting rid of the monsters. Oh no! Let's hurry! Okay. I hate this event so much. Apparently you're only able to do once per day, and if you even do like any of the ones you've already done, like by accident, apparently it's daily limit reached, which really blows. Like, what the hell? Alright, well, we're gonna have to finish this up in the story digest version. Man, I'm so lucky that this is just a repeat event, so I'm able to actually do it. Because this would be so annoying to do as a regular event. Having to record every day for, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You would have to check in on that 11 days to get all the story. Wow. But nobody's got time for that. Shocked by Inflation, Part 1. That is an extremely weird name. If you know, you know why that's weird. Monsters that are bold enough to come into a village are so vicious. Are you two okay? No need to worry. Thank you. You're lifesavers. We set up fences and steel wire, but those monsters must have been too hungry or too strong. How odd. They aren't actually so much of a problem. Do you know what's gotten them so worked up? I think it's probably to do with the delivery of butter we sent into town the other day. The cart got attacked, and it was around that time they started coming into the village. What, did these things get a taste of butter and it's like, alright, now that we know where this food comes from, we're going to go attack that place for butter. Monsters attacked a butter cart? Yeah, it must have given them a taste for butter. Then they tracked the smell down to our farm. Like, oh my god, like these vicious predator monsters. Not after meat, they're after butter. Imagine. Monsters with a taste for human food? How dangerous. We didn't used to make so many deliveries before. The cart always went around the base of the mountain. But now that we're getting so many orders, so we decided to send the cart over the mountain to get things done faster, and now this happened. Sales went up and our guard went down. You know what? Let me give you something to show my gratitude. Are you sure? If it's not too much trouble, we really need to buy some butter and flour. Oh, and we need sugar too. You know what? I'll give it to you for free. You saved my life after all. What? Are you making cream puffs too? You wouldn't need any eggs, would you? Oh, actually, we're making cookies. And what do you mean, too? Is that so? I was just curious since I heard there've been loads of orders for cream puffs at the Free Union headquarters lately. Maybe someone important at the Free Union just really likes cream puffs. Yeah, I'm guessing they all know who it is, Yuki. Since Rimuru mentioned it earlier, I don't know in the main series if like in the introduction of Yuki he was eating cream puffs or any of like his other appearances. But yeah, like that side eye that Alice is doing is like, I know who it is. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Can I ask you for a favor? Huh? A favor? From me? There's something else I want to give you along with the baking ingredients. It's this. Oh wow! It's so cute! You don't really see clothes like that around here. It kind of reminds me of the clothes from our world. I had a run-in with a merchant who was strapped for cash, and they gave me these, clothes as payment. Just like you said, I accepted it since it seemed pretty rare, but I don't think it provides much protection. It doesn't really match the fashion of this country. First of all, clothes never, like, protect. Because look at the clothes these guys are wearing. There's not much protection. And it doesn't really match the fashion of this country. Then I guess, yeah, most people wouldn't probably wear this since it doesn't look like their people's clothes. Exactly. No one wants to buy something so flimsy and soft. It's yours, if you want it. Look at his clothes! That is soft and pretty flimsy in itself. Unless, like, we see someone hit him with some spells and it doesn't burn off of him or something else. I think only Miss Shizu would be able to fit it. And I bet it looks good on you. You have to take it. But What if I get into trouble? It looks a bit hard to fight in. Yeah, I know. And I'm not even sure where it comes from. There's a tag on it, but it's completely illegible. Could it be? The tag is in Japanese. Yeah, so all three of them should be able to read it. You mean you can read it? There's no mistaking it. The price is even written in yen. It must have somehow ended up here from Japan. Huh? Miss Shizu, what's wrong? I've never seen you act like this before. 1, 10, 100, 1,000. It costs 5,890 yen. Don't know if that's expensive or not, but it doesn't look like a currency from around here. And like I said before, no one else is buying it, so you can have it for free of charge. If I remember correctly, an elementary school teacher's starting salary is 50 yen a month. So that makes this 100 months worth of salary? Is this some sort of rare artifact? Yeah, man, those starting prices, like back then during the war, were not amazing for people. I mean, I guess 50 yen was livable wage at that time, but I forget how much a yen is. I can't remember if like 50 yen is supposed to be $5, or yeah, I think it's supposed to be like 5 or 10 bucks, converting it to like US dollar. It does not equal to whatever we have here. It usually is a lot more yen per dollar. Are you sure about this? Don't worry, you can have it. You don't get a chance like this every day. Why don't you try it on? What? But I'm afraid I'll get it dirty. Dressing up is another part of Valentine's Day, just like making sweets. I think it will help you get into the mood. Really? Valentine's Day is such an extravagant holiday. Don't get dirty. Don't get torn. Ah. She's talking to herself / talking to the clothes, being like, don't get dirty, don't get torn. But yeah, I don't think I ever gotten to comment about this outfit, since when I got this Shizu, it was probably like a couple of months after the event. It's a very cute sweater and scarf combo. I like that hairpin that she has. And it seems like a skirt / dress at the bottom. So it is very cute and pretty wholesome. What a shame. You're wearing such a cute outfit, but you're shaking all over. Well, I mean... Eek! Stay away! Wait! Miss Shizu! Calm down! Yep, she just slaughtered that snake. Imagine the snake was just like hanging down, just wanting to check out what's happening under its tree or like near it. And then Shizu just starts slaughtering it, being like, oh no, an enemy! And then cuts it up. In memory of you. Part 1. We're back! Huh? What happened to your clothes? Don't tell me you think they're strange. Of course not! You look amazing! Really? I hope so. After all she did to make sure she stayed looking nice, you ought to be heaping her with praise, boys. Man, these girls are so yes girl. Like, wanting to hype up their teacher. Being like, oh, Mishizu looks so beautiful. And telling the boys that they should be complimenting and praising her. What? Oh yeah, you're so cute, Mishizu. It's kind of weird that the boys are saying, oh, you're cute, instead of like pretty or something like that. I mean, it's nothing special back in our world, but I think it looks unique and fashionable when you wear it, Mishizu. Nothing special. If Kenya's saying that, it must mean everyone dresses like this in Japan these days. Mishizu, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm just so happy. She's happy that Japan has gotten back up on its feet after the disaster that happened during World War II, I'm pretty sure still. But also it's like, I don't know if she feels so weird wearing like normal clothes for, you know, current times. I didn't think my compliment was that great. Well, since you made the teacher happy, I guess we have no choice but to make you cookies as a reward, but only out of obligation. Yay! Yes, I don't care why you're doing it. I'll accept anything if it's delicious. Okay, I'll help out. Chloe, Alice, can you show me how to make them? Hi! Of course! We made something simple. Really just butter mixed with flour and wrapped in plastic wrap. But for some reason, Kenya and the other boys acted like they were the best cookies in the world. Really, it was just butter mixed with flour wrapped up in plastic wrap. I'm just trying to imagine what that even looks like. Because like, yeah, how is that even cookies? Okay, I'm a little confused here. It says I must be, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be it must be because Miss Shizu baked the cookies. That's enough to make them taste delicious. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a mistake here of I instead of it. All we used to sweeten them was sugar, after all. All that happened, huh? I'm Rimuru. I'm not a bad slime. That line you said was from a game, wasn't it? Huh, I guess looking back in retrospective, like how did she know this was from a game? Unless like Yuki told her, or I guess one of the kids. I don't know much about it, but I heard about it from someone else from my country. Like this was from the 1940s. I don't think they had video games back then. Your country? Where are you from, Mr. Slime? Japan. I knew it. We're from the same place. I'm glad I met you. After that, I showed Shizu what Japan looks like now, but I missed out on showing her Valentine's Day. Imagine if I had. What my students told me about Japan was true. Everyone really does celebrate Valentine's Day in Japan today. Hold on, wait. I have to look back on this. But I missed out on showing her. Imagine if I had. Oh, okay. I was like, is she actually saying this in her flashback? But no. This is him imagining what she would have said. It might have helped her feel how much Japan has prospered since she left. Growing up in the war, today's clothes and sweets must have seemed like priceless treasures to her. The costs are way different too. Items that drifted over from Japan, huh? If I remember correctly, Ramrus mentioned collecting stuff like that. Hey, Rimuru, there's something I want to show you. As a thank you for Beretta, I thought I'd show you some of my treasures. Your treasures? Well, if you insist. Hey, are you kidding me? You've really got some rare stuff here. What's a ship doing here? And an airplane? Is that a Zero fighter? How should I know? Every once in a while, they find their way in here. So I end up storing them. It would be nice to spread some Japanese culture too. Not just objects. Okay, I've decided. Decided what? I'm going to introduce fashion and Valentine's Day traditions to Tempest. It'd be a shame to put this great cookie recipe to waste after all. You know how to make the cookies just by tasting them. Well, yeah. Anyway, I better head back for today. You kids stay good while I'm gone, okay? Okay. I'm always good. I know. Ha ha ha. I mean, I did analyze the recipe for the shop's cookies, but that's not what I mean. The great cookie recipe I meant was the one Shizu showed me. It's a bit cliché, but the best way to make cookies is by putting your heart into it. I inherited Shizu's wishes. It's my duty to show everyone in Tempest the Valentine's Day that she enjoyed so much. Now, to just teleport back to Tempest and... Notice, there's a plant growing in the woods on the outskirts of the city that has a high concentration of sugar. It is recommended that you collect some before returning. That's right. We don't have enough sugar and fruits back home. Looks like it's time for a little detour. Alright, not bad. Because I wasn't sure if this was all gonna be in the past or if it was gonna take place in present time. Girls in Love Part 1. So, I decided to make Valentine's Day a tradition in Tempest. In other words, it can be someone you love or just a friend. You just have to give sweets to a person you want to be close to. Well, to be honest, it doesn't have to be sweets. You can give them a greetings card or something. Would you prefer that? Or the tasty sweets I learned about how to make in Ingresia? We choose tasty sweets! Man, everyone wants sweets? Like, I'm surprised that Benny... Well, I mean, I guess not surprised. It has been said many times, Benimaru loves sweets because he has a sweet tooth. I'm guessing Shion and Shuna is because they're good at cooking and baking, and so they want to make it. I'm not entirely sure why Soko wants sweets. I feel like one of those voices sounded more manly than the others. Anyway, I guess I'd rather have something I can eat too. So he's like, huh, that's weird. Why did one of those voices sound like a man saying they really wanted sweets? In that case, I'll get started making sweets for Great Rimuru. I'll give some to Great Rimuru too. In my previous life, I would have had no interest in starting up a Valentine's Day tradition. But here, it seems like plenty of people want to give me Valentine's treats. Wait, what? You're making sweets too, Shion? Of course! Just take things easy, okay? Just like cooking, baking is as much about appearances as it is about taste, you know? No need to worry. Well, it's less that I wanted to get sweets myself, and more that I thought Valentine's Day would be a good opportunity to spread the recipe I analyzed throughout Tempest. It's kind of like the method the candy industry in Japan uses to sell chocolate. Great Rimuru, there's something I want to ask you in private. What's up? Is there something dangerous nearby? Are they talking by thought communication? Or is Soka actually in the room talking to him? Considering like both their portraits slash models aren't in the frame together, I'm guessing they're using thought communication. It's not that. I was actually wondering if you could tell me what the cute clothes Shizu wore looked like. Oh, it's not like I saw the clothes myself. I only heard the story from Alice and Chloe, so I don't know the details of the design. I mean, can't he technically pull up Shizu's memories since he, like, ate her? And able to tap into all those memories and find out what the clothes look like? I see. I was hoping to wear something like the outfit she had on. Oh right, dressing up is part of Valentine's Day too. Let's see. What do I know about modern Japanese fashion? Notice, it is possible to transcribe the contents of the fashion magazines contained in your memory. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So, you want to keep this a secret, right? In that case, sneak out to the mountain later, and I'll show you some fashionable clothes. Really? I can't thank you enough. I guess Soka is at that age. Wait, how old is she anyway? Okay guys. Have fun baking. I'm gonna head out for a bit. Where to? Well, right. I'm gonna get some fruits to add flavor to the cookies. And we'll need ingredients for the fox chocolate too. Fox chocolate? That's not a chocolate I've heard of. You're right. In that case, let me join you. What? No. I'm fine by myself. It's just a simple errand, after all. I'm looking forward to eating your sweets, so just stick to baking. Under any other circumstances, Rimuru would not be telling her to be baking, or that he's looking forward to her baking. Like, he would be like, alright, join me so she doesn't bake, or do something so she doesn't get into the kitchen. Great Rimuru, to think I'd receive such kind words from you. It makes all the work I put into proving my cooking worth it. Your cooking still looks like that after putting work into it? Okay then. I'll leave the ingredients to you. I'll go in swinging and make sure your cookies come out nice and crisp. What do you need to swing when making cookies? Anyway, good luck. I'll see you later.
Hi.
Okay, be careful. Woo! I think I just found a natural way to sneak out to the mountain. Now, just need to clear the monsters out of my way as quietly as possible. Alright, almost done. Object of Affection, Part 1.
はい。
Greet Rimuru.
おーい。
Hey! I'm right here!
申し訳ありません。
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I was just embarrassed to have this conversation in public. It's fine, I get you. You want to get dressed up and surprise someone, right?
はい。
Yes, that's right.
どうかしら。
In that case, would you mind letting me on this?
え？
Mulan, what are you doing here? I also don't know, is Rimuru currently a demon lord right now? Like, I'm pretty sure Mulan joined after the Falmoth invasion, before, like, Falmoth's real army came. Like, I think it was a few days, or at least a week, before the main army would come into Tempest. Considering this is like a non-canon event, everyone's alive right now. Mulan has already joined, but Rimuru's not wearing his Demon Lord clothes as of yet.
はい。
I had the same idea as Sokka. I want to see the look of shock on Yum's face when I show up in a fancy new outfit. Yeah, like how many people were at this meeting? I guess all of his close lieutenants or subordinates were there. So that would include Mulan. But I'm guessing you would have heard the announcement as well. Trying to think. But yeah, it's like only 4 people like talked at that meeting that we heard. Benimaru, Shion, Shuna, and Sokka.
と。
How did you find us? I am Wizard, after all. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be I am a wizard, after all. Because I am Wizard is not a smooth sentence. In other words, you intercepted our thought communication. I never had that happen with anyone but Milim before. Oh, I can't believe I was overheard.
の。
I'm sorry for eavesdropping, but don't worry. It's nothing you should feel ashamed to have another girl here. Master Soy will scold me for not properly encrypting my thought communication. She not even, like, embarrassed that someone heard that she wanted to dress up pretty. She's embarrassed because her encryption of her thought communication wasn't strong enough for no one to break into. Oh, that's what you're worried about.
No.
I think that's enough of that, you guys. Let's get started.
成功しました。
Transcribing images from fashion magazines onto materials stored in your stomach. Success.
よし。
Alright. These are all the fashion magazines that I've ever seen. Go ahead and choose whatever you like. I'm sure Shuna can make it for you. What, do they not like the clothes? Or is it because of, like, what Rimuru reads? Like, is like, what are with these terrible clothes? Because he, like, reads terrible magazines. Guys, what's wrong? You both froze.
の。
Well, the only clothes I see look like they're for men. How would he not know that they're only men clothing? Huh? Oh, right. Of course, I wouldn't have ever had the chance to look at women's fashion magazines. I mean, like, has he never gone to, like, a dentist or a doctor's appointment and they just have random magazines there? I'm pretty sure a lot of them are usually fashion magazines as well. No, wait, what about these, Mulan? Both of these books have pictures of women clothing. What a relief. Wait, What are you doing looking at these women's magazines? Oh. I don't know. Is he looking at Playboys or something? What kind of magazines? You know, that's a good point. I must have had a glance somewhere at some point.
さすがだな。
But Raphael must be really great to recreate the whole magazine from just a glance. I don't even remember what's inside of all of these. Something about you feels a bit smug.
いいな。
It's just your imagination. Oh yeah, it's Raphael, it's not Great Sage. So he is a demon lord currently. Are you okay, Great Rimuru? Huh. Oh, it's nothing. It's just slimes have no gender, right? And there's nothing wrong with having an eye on men's and women's fashion after all.
ありがとうございます。
That's a good point, Great Rimuru. Thanks to how thoughtful you are, I can find something to show off to Master Soy.
やれやれ。
Yikes! It looks like we made too much noise. Oh no! I sometimes speak loudly when I'm excited. I'm just as bad as my brother.
ふむ。
In terms of overreacting, you are a bit more like Gabriel today than usual. How humiliating! I'll take responsibility and get rid of them.
はい。
I'll help. If these monsters cause a commotion, our secret meeting will be exposed. I'll lend a hand too. So let's just get this over with, okay? I'm so sorry.
よかったらお茶でも飲んでゆっくりしていかないか？
Nice. Now they're gonna have to fight to make sure that the monsters don't cause too much of a commotion. Summer/winter lookbook.
なあ、
So, do you know what you're going to wear?
そういえば。
Depending on what it is, you may need to get fur or some other material to make the clothes, so don't wait too long to decide.
と。
How about this? Do you think it would look good on me?
うん。
You have a model's figure. I bet you look good in anything. Actually, I'm sure of it. It's still pretty chilly out, so you could go for a winter look. Thank you.
と。
In that case, I'll get something like this.
お。
Oh, that's so bold. And see-through. It'll show off your figure, but...
あの。
what's wrong with it?
うん。
That outfit is for summer. Won't you be cold?
はい。
I can handle the cold with a barrier. Yu's pretty simple-minded, so he's sure to like an outfit like this. Haha, what a cute couple. You really know everything about him. That's a bit of an exaggeration.
ふむ。
We'll need some fur for Soka's coat, and a soft fiber to use as yarn for the scarf.
はい。
I'll be right back with them.
うん。
Oh, the passion of youth. As for Milan's clothes, how can we make this see-through fabric?
はい。
Answer. After integrating information found in the other magazines, it can be assumed that this fabric is known as Organdi.
ん。
Did you say Gandhi? What? Is it made of moral fiber?
こく。
Organdi is made by weaving extremely fine threads horizontally and vertically, and then using sulfuric acid to finish. Sulfuric acid? Wow, I don't have anything like that stored in me.
こく。
Finishing it with acid is what gives the fabric its translucency.
と。
Well, it looks like we're gonna need some sulfuric acid. What do we do?
はい。
That shouldn't be a problem. There are venomous monsters have that acid in their stomachs, so we can just wring it out of them. Mulan is just so violent, just wring it out of their stomachs. Like, what? She just wants to steal their stomach acid, which sounds like a horrible death. Like, to get killed and then somebody starts desecrating your body for your stomach. What a terrifying way to put it. I've had to use sulfuric acid a few times during my studies in magic and potions. Looks like I'm going hunting too. Oh, okay. I guess it's true that love is a battlefield. Master, you said that you were going to bring back Fox Coco. I suggest going to collect that as well. Oh right, that was the excuse I used to sneak out here. I should also grab some raspberries while I'm at it. I feel like Master Soy is watching me wherever I go. I really want to go hunting for materials in private. Ah! So he is watching. I'm guessing he checks up on all his subordinates to see what they're up to. And he's like, huh, Sokka's not doing her usual job of intel collection or isn't like watching out for threats. So she must be up to something. It's just my imagination, right? Princess Shuna, you should get your fur and acid processing tools ready. So I guess Shuna asked for Soy to check on everyone, or like Shuna needed those specific things for her cooking and baking, that she asked Soy to check and see if anyone was doing that job. And he stumbled upon Rimuru, Sokka, and maybe Mulan as well, and be like, oh, alright, they're grabbing that stuff, so I don't need to grab it. Also, what is with this background? This background is so weird, because, like, this is the most anime-ish background I've ever seen. Like, usually it's always a 3D model. Like, this is looking like an anime still, or like a hand-drawn background, which is super unusual for this game. Huh? Of course. If I want to use it to make clothes, I should avoid getting any blood mixed in it, if possible. Maybe I should target it when it's affected by status abnormalities. Thank goodness, if Master Soy was watching, there's no way there would be any monsters around here. It's now or never.